What's up guys, thank you very much for joining me today. So on this video I'm going to do a comparison between the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. So I've got the MacBook Pro on my right here and MacBook Air on my left. So now what do I think, in my opinion, using the MacBook Air in the past week and also been using this MacBook Pro in the past 3 months, depending on what you are interested in. So in my opinion, these two are targeted in a different market. So I think the MacBook Air is targeted at a lower end market or a student. That's because the MacBook Air does come a lot cheaper compared to the MacBook Pro. So now this MacBook Air, I've already done a review, and the MacBook Pro, which I'll leave a link at the top or on the description. So the MacBook Air, it comes roughly on a base model of a $999. And on the MacBook Pro, the base model comes on a £1,299 or $99. So again, there are big difference in terms of money. But what are the big difference in terms of the processor, or in terms of the build quality, or in terms of the ergonomic purpose itself, or the design? What are the things that are the big difference? So now I think, in my opinion, the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, there isn't much different other than the difference. So the touch IDs, the touch bar is the only difference, and also how thin it is. So they both are thin and they feel like you're carrying almost nothing. It feels like an iPad Pro with a keyboard on it. The second difference is that the MacBook Air is a lot slimmer. So the MacBook Air has some sort of slimming down the bezels, as you can see. So it slims down compared to the MacBook Pro. So the third big difference, which is for the people who are interested in the processor, is because the MacBook Pro is the newer laptop, and it has i10, which is a lot faster processor, and not only that, it can withstand in terms of video editing, photo editing, and also some sort of a gamer for those who are interested in gaming. But the MacBook Air is targeted at student level, who are going to do the basic stuff in terms of web browsing, using for their essays, or just using your Excel. But the MacBook Pro is more for those who are up and they want to use the processor on a heavy load. You could bump up, that's the good thing. Now the Apple have increased certain things like the RAM itself. So the base model, it comes with a RAM of 8 GB, but the base they both come with 8 GB in fact. But if you want to increase the RAM, you can go up higher, and the hard drive, you could actually go up to 1 terabyte, which is really good. So this one here, the hard drive is 512, and this is 225 hard drive. So this is a lot less compared to this one, and that's because I opted the MacBook Pro to have a lot more space. So the hard drive is bigger, the RAM is bigger, so whenever I do video editing, I shouldn't be having any sort of a lag or delay. So with that all said, your preference, I'd like to hear what you think of these two laptops. If you didn't have a budget issue, where you just wanted something that's going to last minimum 3 years, both of them are going to last 3 years. So in my opinion, without budget issue, I will definitely go for the MacBook Pro. But if I had a budget, and my budget was limited because you wanted to get certain things on top of the laptop, then I will definitely go with the base model of MacBook Air, and that will give me some sort of allowance where I could buy certain things for my studies. If you're a student, if you're a professional, you could have something extra like a desk setup for that sort of savings that you could save from instead of buying the MacBook Pro. So I would like to hear your opinion, what you think, which one you should go ahead if you had the opportunity to buy one of these two. With that said, again, thank you very much for joining me today. Peace out.